Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today, we are going to take a look at the astrology reading cards by Alison Chester Lambert, the author of The Future in the Stars, and illustrations by Richard Crooks. So this is the astrology reading cards, your personal guidance from the stars. This is published by Findhorn Press. Priced at $19.95 in the US and $23.95 in Canada. Understanding the present and navigating the future. How will I find my partner? Will I receive money in the future? What sort of career would suit me? The starry cosmos can answer your questions and tell your future. These cards, which manifest the archetypal energies of astrology, are very easy to use. There are a few keywords on each card, while the accompanying book offers a lengthier explanation and a full color image of each card. UK-based astrologer Alison Chester Lambert appears on BBC Radio and American TV. She is the founder of the Midland School of Astrology and runs a busy practice of clients while also writing horoscopes for several glossy magazines. Richard Crooks was the illustrator for the highly acclaimed Angels of Atlantis Oracle cards and has many years of experience illustrating for major publishing houses. Okay, so this is a nice box, a magnetic box. This is how the inside of the box looks like. This is the guidebook. Copyright 2012. The contents, how to read the cards, how do astrology reading cards work, the planet cards, the zodiac sign cards, the house cards, some notes on the origins of the cards, and artwork acknowledgements. So how to read the cards. This deck is comprised of 36 cards divided into 3 sets of 12 cards each. The sets are called the planet cards, the zodiac sign cards, and the house cards. So the planet cards are in color coded in blue. The zodiac sign cards are color coded in purple or violet, and the house cards are color coded in green. Ways in which you can read the ARC or astrology reading cards. An explanation of what the different sets represent. Okay, so let's read this. This is important. Planet cards, they represent the part of your personality engaged in the question or issue, the part of you that is activated or affected. Zodiac cards, the zodiac sign cards represent the universal energy that colors the question or issue. Influence around you or the general feeling around the matter. And the house cards, these cards represent the area of your life affected by the question or issue, the sphere of your life the matter is playing out in. How do these cards affect your sun sign? For instance, if you are a Libran and draw the Gemini card, isn't that wrong? No, it isn't wrong. Even though you were born when the sun was in Libra, which means that Libra will remain your star sign until you die. You come under different influences at different times of the day, month, or year. Those influences will be the one of the 12 zodiac signs. So if you are a Libran and you pull the Gemini card, it just means that at that particular time you are receiving a Gemini influence. Understanding that will help you make the most of the Gemini talents available at that time. How do the astrology reading cards work? How come the future isn't always what we decide it's going to be? Why do we need cards to help us? How can the ARC cards be useful? How can I contact Allison and Richard? Okay, so it's how to contact the author and the artist. And then it goes into the planet cards. So a full page dedicated, a full colored page dedicated to the card, the image, and then a full page dedicated to the meanings or definitions of the card. So the first card here is Chiron. Nice. So it is a glossy page book in full color. So it goes on with all the planets and then goes into the zodiac sign cards, same format. And then the last set of cards will be the house cards, same format. And then some notes on the origin of the cards. And that's it. So all in all, we have 36 cards. 12 cards for each set. Okay. It's the book, and then we now take a look at the cards. So the cards are tied with a plastic bind or ribbon. So these are the cards. They are glossy on the thinner side but flexible. So let's compare it with a regular size Hay House card. This is for size comparison. So you'll have an idea how big these cards are. So there you are. The astrology reading cards are taller and wider compared to a standard Hay House card. So let's now proceed with the flip through. The first set is the planet cards. We will go through the planet cards first, color coded in blue. Chiron. So there is the name of the planet and the planetary symbol with the keywords or phrases below. Chiron. Next is Jupiter. Okay. Chiron. Let's read the keywords. Your healing power, empathy, and ability to teach or learn remedies. Jupiter, your confidence, courage, self-belief and luck. Mars, your physical energy, drive, strength, and fighting spirit. Mercury, how you think, communicate, write, talk, and travel. The Moon, your unconscious, sensitive inner emotions and responses. Neptune, your fantasies, yearnings, longings, and potential for illusion. So there is a unicorn, a mermaid, and is that a haunted castle? I don't know. Pluto, your ability to transform, take a big leap forward, and rebirth. So it is represented by a phoenix. Saturn, the part of you that accepts challenge to gain wisdom. The Sun, your immortal spirit, purpose, and destiny is involved. Uranus, that is the planetary symbol for Uranus. Your potential for sudden change, enlightenment, and awakening. It gives me the tower vibe. Venus, of course, we all know this image here, the birth of Venus. The part of you that desires beauty, success, indulgence, and valuables. Vesta, not familiar with this planet and symbol. That's the symbol for Vesta. Vesta is the goddess within your sacred spiritual center and quiet dignity. Aries. Okay, so we've just entered the zodiac sign cards. Zodiac sign cards, color coded in purple or violet. Aries. And then, okay, so it's in alphabetical order, guys. Not in the astrological order, but in alphabetical order. Aries, that's the symbol for Aries. The energy around you is dynamic, spontaneous, crusading, impulsive action is likely. Aquarius. This energy is freedom-loving, rebellious, idealistic, and technological. Cancer. This energy is emotional, sensitive, caring, and loving. It may concern family, a mother, or a child. Capricorn. Capricorn, the energy around you is serious, materialistic, and hardworking. It bestows shrewdness and cautious ambition. Oh, by the way, there is also a what do you call this? Constellation symbol. So it's not just the symbol for Gemini. It also has a constellation symbol representing each zodiac sign. So Gemini, the energy is communicative, mischievous, lively, witty, and informative. Stimulating exchange is possible. Leo, the energy is flamboyant, dramatic, proud, and passionate. It focuses on the importance of self-belief. Libra, the energy is diplomatic and gracious. It seeks harmony and balance in relationships. Pisces, the energy is wistful, endlessly loving, compassionate, and forgiving. It confuses and softens resolve. Look at those fishes. Sagittarius, and there's the symbol for Sagittarius, the constellation. This energy imbues power, superior confidence, and enthusiasm with faith, good fortune, and authority. The Scorpio, this energy is intense, masterful, thoughtful, and magnetically charming, but also secretive and possessive. Taurus, the energy around you shows the abundance of nature. It is rich, earthy, and productive, yet relaxed and slow. Virgo, the energy around you is dutiful, hesitant, and humble, with a discriminating, diligent, and painstaking air. And we go through the house cards, which is the last set for this deck, color coded in green. The first house is what people see and the impression you give. The second house is your assets, finances, and the things that you value. Third house, your potential to learn something in your local neighborhood. Fourth house, your home and the roots of your being. Fifth house, where you have fun, romance, and create things you're proud of. So it is the creative side, I guess. Sixth house is about work, health, and duty area of your life. Seventh house is this area of your life is about long-term significant partners, romantic, business, or family. So it's about your relationships. The eighth house, this transformational area of your life is about sacred. No, sorry. This transformational area of your life is about shared resources and intense emotions. Ninth house, broadening your horizons either spiritually, academically, or on a long journey. 10th house, your achievements and status in the outside world. 11th house, where the cosmos grants wishes, luck, friends, and social occasions. And the last card, the 12th house, this is the area of your life that is overwhelming. You yield to a greater cause or power. Okay. And now we will do a shuffle test, and then we will pull 3 cards for a sample reading for the collective. Okay, so this is a big size deck, so I think it is impossible to shuffle it horizontally, especially for my small hand. So I will just shuffle this way, which is vertically. So it is pretty nice to shuffle because of the cardstock that is, it's not that thick, not too flimsy either. And you can also shuffle it this way. And now we will pull a card. We will pull 3 cards for each suit, and then we will read for the collective. Okay. Okay. Let's set this aside. So it is color coded in blue. First card, we will get one from the planet cards, blue, a blue one, a purple or violet one, and a green one. Okay. So what do we have here? We have Pluto for the planet card, Pisces for the zodiac card, and the 8th house for the house card. Okay, Pluto, it says here, your ability to transform, take a big leap forward and rebirth. So this is what's being affected or activated in you at this moment, collective. So it is it's something about a transformation or taking a big leap forward. Okay, and then the energy or the mood is Pisces. This energy is wistful, endlessly loving, compassionate, and forgiving. It confuses and softens resolve. And the planet, the house involved is the fifth, the eighth house. Sorry, the eighth house. The eighth house. This transformational area of your life. Okay, so there is a big transformational area of your life about shared resources and intense emotions. Okay, so there may be a huge transformation coming to you in terms of um your relationships. No, it may be friendship, a romantic relationship, or a business partnership. And I think it is about romantic, or it could be a spouse, a family member, because there is your emotions are involved in this transformation. So it could affect you greatly. It could that it your emotions could greatly be affected by this transformation. Okay, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm so sorry about my reading. So this is my take, my first impressions and flip through of the astrology reading cards. The astrology reading cards by Allison, Chester Lambert, and Richard Brooks. Thank you guys for watching, and if you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you on my next video. Take care.